So joining us now is CPA and market analyst Dan Geltrude. Dan, good to see you. Thank you so much for being here. And oftentimes when you see that kind of money in money market accounts, all the way back up to $8 trillion, people view that as a positive for the stock market. Eventually the money moves from money markets to the stock market. Do you agree with that? Well,
yeah, eventually, Maria, that's where we may see this go. That's a lot of money sitting on the sidelines. So what it says to me right now, well, that's somewhat of a no confidence vote because people are saying, I'm a little skittish on what's happening here. However, I do believe we are going to go on a tremendous run in the not too distant future, and that money is going to pour into the market.
I wonder what you think about the Fed at this point. Take a look at interest rates, because yesterday President Trump gave the biggest hint yet on who his next chairman of the Federal Reserve will be. Watch this.
A great group, and I guess a potential Fed chair is here too. I don't know. Are we allowed to say that? Potential. He's a respected person, that I can tell you. Thank you, Kevin.
Thanks, Kevin. National Economic Council Director Kevin Hassett is who he was referring to. I spoke with him about this very subject just 2 weeks ago. Watch. We know that you were on the short list to become potentially the next chairman of the Federal Reserve. When do you expect the president to tell us who he's chosen for the next chairman of the Fed job?
I think that the president is expecting to interview final candidates sometime over the next couple of months, and then we'll probably have a decision sometime soon around the new year. It could be tomorrow.
I mean,
it could be me.
Yeah, the point is how will Kevin Hassett run the Fed differently than what we've seen under Jay Powell? Your reaction?
I think he'll have a much more appropriate perspective on inflation. Inflation is not what it was. It is under control. In order to stimulate this economy, we are going to need some rate cuts. You talk about affordability. That's one way to make affordability faster, particularly with people's homes.
Well, he also wants growth. I mean, Kevin Hassett is going to prioritize growth. And what do you see as far as the Fed next year and its impact on markets, Dan?
Well, if you want to have growth, Maria, you got to give people access to capital. Right now, they can't afford to borrow. The interest rates are simply too high. So I think Kevin Hassett, if there's one thing predictable about the president, he's unpredictable. But if we're going to guess here and it's Kevin Hassett, I think we'll see aggressive cuts, and that's what the president wants.
I mean, when the president first started this term, Ashley, and I interviewed him earlier in the year, I said to him, what do you want this economy to look like in 4 years when you're done? Mm-hmm. And he said, I want the private sector to be leading. I want private enterprise to be the story of the day. And that is what I think Kevin Hassett wants as well. So you've got two individuals here that are aligned in how they expect the economy to play out and grow.
I'm a huge Kevin Hassett fan. I mean, even when last week when it started being leaked that he was maybe going to be the Fed chair, I mean, watch it, that moved the markets.
Yeah.
And, you know, he goes back many, many years of conservative policy that actually benefit the private sector, and I think that's exactly what he will do and how he will lead.
Yeah, and that's why I think there is expectation that this market keeps going higher. But Dan, what are your tips, your top tips for financial planning right now and investing when you look over the long term?
Well, obviously, people always seem to focus in on the short term. That's not the place to be. So if you look over the long term, I believe the market is going to continue to go up. I think the war going on in AI is going to lift all the boats here, because that to me is where the future is. What you see happening with NVIDIA and AMD and Broadcom, they are going to benefit from the battle between Alphabet and OpenAI.
But would you buy those stocks here? I mean, are the valuations attractive to you here?
Well, the valuations are high, Maria, but they're going to go even higher. So I'm a buy right now, yes.
All right, Dan, great to get your take. Thanks so much.
Thank
Dan
you.
Geltrude, we're going to take a short break.